yeah, yeah. Two guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Two guys, a girl, and two guys, a girl. Two guys, a girl. Two guys and a girl.
Catch them is my real test. To train them is my goal.
You don't look passionate enough.
Goal.
That's it. You need a good fist
Come
pump.
on, gotta catch 'em all.
I'll put that there. You just leave it there.
I know it's my destiny.
I need it closer to my face.
Right.
That's what she said.
So, Ollie, do you play Pokemon Go?
Going straight in.
Why not?
Just going in dry.
We're gonna go in dry with those Pokemon balls.
Go Pokeballs deep.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Do you play Pokemon? Pokemon or Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Pokemon Go.
Pocket monsters.
Pokemon then.
Pokemon.
How'd you get Pikachu on a bus?
Pokemon.
Yeah, I fucks with it.
Yeah, John.
Pokemon Go you're talking about.
Indeed, the new
Of
craze
course.
that is sweeping
I'm
the
kind
nation.
of obsessed by it.
So
A
how
little.
do you have any shame in playing it? Because I know a lot of people do.
In Cardiff earlier, there were 1 million people playing it, and I didn't feel any shame then. But walking down to Ollie's house, because I actually walked today, so I could catch some sweet Pokemons. But the servers were down, so I didn't. But that's another story. I did feel a little bit of shame.
Tell us that story about the servers being down.
Fuck the servers! Come on, just why are you doing it?
That's another story.
Stupid.
Well, I only got
Stupid story.
DDoSed. Somebody denied the service.
Well, on the off chance that someone from what are they called?
4chan.
It's
or
not
something?
even them. It's like it's not even Lizard Squad. It's not anonymous.
All the classics.
Yeah.
I don't want you to take out down this podcast or anything that we do, but fuck you, seriously. Why are you fucking with people's fun?
Hacker bands, isn't it?
No, it's horrible. Like on Christmas, when all the little kids have got their PS4s and Xbox Ones, and then they can't go online because some twat has destroyed the servers. It's horrible. Just don't do it.
The Twatata.
Yeah.
Is that the name of your Pokemon?
Twatata.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super effective.
Is he evolved?
Yeah, from Cuntasaur.
Is that how it works?
What?
So, is Raichu the evolved Pikachu?
Yeah, I think I'm a big Nintendo fan. If you listen to other podcasts, I do, you know that. But I'm not a massive fan of Pokemon. Apart from right now, I'm obsessed with them. But yeah, I think it goes Pikachu, Pichu, and then Raichu is the
Right. Okay.
super evolved form.
If there was another game similar to the whole concept of this Pokemon Go, what would you like that to be? Like Mario? Could that work?
I don't know. I suppose you could do like a Mario type thing where instead of you've got the Pokestops, you could have like question blocks, and then you could like flick the little thing, and the coins could come out, or mushrooms, or
Flick your
stars.
bean.
Flick your little bean, yeah.
Fucking yeah.
And then just jizz out some fucking some frog suits or something. Yeah, that would be super cool.
Jizz out frog suits.
The intensity in your eyes.
Yeah, that would be
Says it
super cool.
all.
Or like a Legend of Zelda one. That would be cool too. And you get
Harry
rupees and
What would the point be though? Because the whole point of Pokemon is
you catch
the game is there are wild monsters in the world that you
Yeah.
gotta go and get. What would the Mario point be?
Um,
Unless like 'cause,
defeating Bowser?
Yeah.
obviously I live next door to Barry Castle, so
Oh,
it
that
could
would
be
be like-
you could go there, try and find a princess, and then it could be like, I'm sorry, your princess is in another castle.
another
But then you'd have
castle.
to go all the way to Cardiff.
And if
And
you're in
then to
America,
Philly.
yeah, if you're in America,
Yeah,
there's
that's
not
true.
many
Because
castles.
there's not many castles.
Yeah, but that's a good idea. Very in Wales, that would be perfect. 'Cause there's a million castles.
Welsh Mario.
Good.
Do your
Well.
Welsh Peach impression, Jess?
Oh, Mario, help me! I don't know what she says.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mario, but your princess is in another castle.
Oh, it's a me, Mario.
Oh,
I'll have
Welsh cakes.
some mushrooms now. I'll be with you in a minute, princess.
Yeah, I'll be tripping down Llanelli.
I don't like mushrooms. You got any leeks?
What about like a
We're off
Harry
to a
Potter
good start on
one?
this one.
A Harry Potter one would be pretty cool.
What would you get though? Like spells or
You could
Bertie Bott's every flavour beans?
Yeah, you just pick up jelly beans. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you could like find ingredients for a spell, and then when you go to the gym or
The classroom. Yeah.
you would battle each other with a spell or like your wand. You could
See,
touch wands.
No, that's a
Kids
good
with
idea
their
because your
wands
phone
out
could
all
be
around town.
your phone could be your wand.
Yeah.
And like they do specific moves. Well, you could trace the spell on your phone and fire it at people.
Yeah.
And maybe you could claim territory for your house.
Like you'd be like a Hufflepuff or a Ravenclaw.
You haven't picked the two most popular ones. You've gone for
Go for the shit.
I've gone for
Slytherin.
Gryffindor or Slytherin.
Slytherin. I'd be in Slytherin.
The thing.
You two would be.
Well, no way. Why? Because we're
You
bald
slither
with
right
beards.
in. No.
Oh.
Because
Sex-
we're bald with beards.
It was a sex joke.
Sounds-
Because you slither in.
Slytherin. I don't like Gryffindor.
And I half that part.
Oh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. That'd be a good one.
Sex Harry Potter. The iPhone GPS game. I did read something the other day, which I'm sure is probably false, but somebody said the next Grand Theft Auto they were thinking of having GPS functionality, so you would go out and actually walk around your environment. But I can't imagine that would be a good idea.
No. And so I asked this question to people in work earlier, and as much as I love GTA, I don't think it would work very well like Pokemon Go because it's a violent game.
Yeah, would you have to like film yourself beating up a homeless person?
But that's
and then
it.
you get-
Like I don't know.
You get crack
Mad
bottles.
props.
Like you could do missions, but
Yeah, it would literally just be go to that place. It couldn't tell you to then.
drive through
Yeah.
like this house or something. You know, I don't know.
You have to set up a ramp.
Yeah, you know, no sweet stunts.
No, like how about like a Skyrim type game, which like overlaid like a mythical fantasy world over your GPS thing. That could work, and you could go find treasure and stuff.
Well, I don't know.
I totally forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, we've had a microphone malfunction, so we've started again.
Yeah,
Not from the beginning,
No.
from
No.
where we think we may have left off. Welcome to the show. This is episode 7 of Two Guys, a Girl, and...
And this week, the and is a
I don't know, a game you
gaming
go-
related.
A game you could
good
do.
old chinwag about games.
Yeah, not board games, although we can talk about board games.
Games that get you out the house.
So
And
if you're
in the house.
fed up of hearing about Pokemon Go, please don't listen. I know a lot of people are. I am.
Yeah, we've just had 8 minutes of it anyway.
Yeah, we won't talk about it all the time.
Well, we will. There's things I find annoying about it. Like if you're playing on 3G, nothing works. You can't. I was trying to go up
I thought you were on 3G. You kind of just stopped.
buffering. I was walking around the suburbs last night, and my 3G kicked in.
Right.
Everything went down.
Oh.
I was in the middle of trying to catch I don't know, jerk,
Jerk off.
Yeah.
Jerk off.
and it just wouldn't work. So 3G's useless. You got to go somewhere with 4G.
I haven't noticed like my data is being used up anymore.
No,
No, if anything, it's probably less.
is it because you're not because you're sending data.
No, I just
Still.
assumed
If
that.
anything is less,
Well, yeah.
it's giving you data.
Yeah. No, well, like, I just assumed that I'd be using a lot more of my data because I'm on the app and it's constantly using like GPS and it's connecting to servers and whatnot, but it hasn't used any more than normal.
But not less.
Well, it hasn't used less than normal,
Yeah,
but I
no,
would
I
just,
know.
It is
Right.
rinsing battery though, like incredible amounts. I'm recharging my phone like 3 times a day, and I'm not playing it that much because I'm in work most of the time.
Well, I was out for half an hour yesterday and I lost 50% of the battery I had, and I caught 3 Pokemon.
But why is it using up so much battery? Is it because it's, I don't know.
Just because it must be because it's constantly speaking to the servers or whatever. The other thing I don't like is why can't I battle you with why can't I fight you now?
Well, apparently that is coming in an update. They're going to update it at least once a week, they've said.
Yeah.
So, like, this is just version 1.1,
Yeah.
and it will come in. It's just
moaning for no reason.
Yeah.
Really.
like I think like anyone who doesn't is like, oh, I hate Pokemon Go. They can just fuck off because it's a wonderful. It's just nice, isn't it? And it's it's definitely got me out more.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pros about it. The cons are more like technical issues.
Yeah, they're just teething issues.
But there's a lot of potential.
And isn't it nice when you like, if you're driving past and you see like a group of people by a church or something, and you know what they do, and they're all looking at their phones, they're all playing.
They
I
ain't
think
praying
that's
to
nice.
the Lord.
No, they ain't praying to the Lord. But I like there's like signs. I've seen pictures of signs in like people have set up in America. Like if you catch a Pokemon inside this shop, you get 10% discount.
Really?
Yeah, which that's like a great idea because you don't want people just in your shop
Yeah.
and not doing anything, but like give them a little incentive.
How would they prove that they caught
Oh
it
well,
in the
you
shop?
take
the
a pic, you take the screenshot, and you'd be like, "Oh look, it's only like it was like a 7-Eleven or something like that." So it's not,
Yeah.
it's only like drinks and stuff. But
So, Chris said on Backwind podcast this week that shops in Britain were like, I think he said this, like Pokemon are for paying customers only. So if you're
He
not
did,
paying,
yeah.
go away. We don't want you here.
That's fair enough as well.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. But I don't know.
But why not use the people who are going to be in there? You're not going to stop everyone doing it, are you?
No.
So why not use that to your advantage and make a little bit of money off it?
Yeah, why not?
'Cause
Maybe-
that
how could we make money off it?
You
If I
could sell
drop a-
snacks on the corner.
Poker snacks.
Yeah.
You can
What
make
would you
this
make?
in
You could
your
make
house.
little cookies.
Make little cookies that look like the Pokeballs.
Absolutely.
Lace them with chloroform or whatever knocks people out, and then we'll
Steal
rob
their
the
wallet.
suckers blind.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're already doing. Is working a treat.
The church is only next door.
It is.
People will see us
Communion
scampering back and
wafers.
forth. Yeah.
We'll sell communion wafers and holy
We
wine.
can start recruiting for our religions.
One of my first rule is don't be a dick,
That's
though.
true.
You can't do it.
Poker dick.
I can see a few negatives that could come from it.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be, people could be assaulted easily.
Well, have you heard about the stories where people have set up a poker trap kind of thing where all the kids are going around trying to get their Pokeballs and stuff, and the guys come out with a gun and said, "Oh, give me your phone,"
Oh, Jesus.
and he's just robbed loads of people, and
Maybe we could.
that's enterprising in a way.
We could get a poker van, maybe,
Oh.
and drive it around town with a lure.
Mm.
Not a lure, like alluringly.
Hey, you.
Literally driving it.
A lure,
Yeah.
and then maybe we'd be like the Pied Piper of poker.
I think you'd probably get arrested for that.
I don't really want to do that.
Please don't try that. Alone.
I have enough of kids day to day anyway. I don't really want to kidnap them and take them home.
Doesn't look like you get many kids anyway. You just get hipster 25-year-olds.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You're getting a lot of skinny jeans and pencil thin moustaches, aren't you?
I would say, what do you think the age range really is? Probably like
Well, there's kids.
17 and over.
Yeah, it's kids that grew up with Pokemon as kids that are now 25, and now they're excited to play it as like they dreamed.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I was a little too old for Pokemon when it came out. Like, as in, I missed the whole craze of it. I think Gabby she was like into Pokemon. I remember you buying a Did you have a Game Boy Color? Pretty sure you had one.
I had a Game Boy Color. I don't think I ever bought Pokemon though. I remember playing it somehow,
You're
but
just
it wasn't
playing
mine.
Nintendogs, weren't you?
You sure?
my
Because
God.
I remember playing Pokemon Red, and I'm pretty sure it was yours.
I don't think I bought it.
Or maybe you lent
It's
it. or
probably
something.
Gabby,
Oh, maybe.
because she had the yellow Game Boy Color.
Oh, maybe it was.
I
yeah.
had the Game Boy Advance with the
SP thing where you flipped it.
yeah.
Yeah,
that was
that's
a good
right.
console, good handheld thing.
I don't know. It's good though, and I think people should stop shitting on it and just enjoy it. It might be over in a couple of weeks. No one will give a shit about it. So just ride the wave of awesomeness now.
I doubt it. I reckon it's here to stay.
Do you
But
know?
they need to make it better. They need to update because it keeps crashing every time we try and use it.
I suppose it's the same with a lot of like games and social media. When they first start, there's going to be a lot of issues with it. Like if you think of how much Facebook has changed.
Yeah, everyone's moaning at level 1, aren't they? But
It's incredible how like my whole Twitter feed was Pokemon and then Ghostbusters. And there was some real shitty news this week as well. It was horrible. But still, Pokemon and Ghostbusters were there to make everybody happy and relive their childhoods. And I think that's a good thing.
It's a bit of with stuff like that, it's a strange one because on one hand you could say there are more important things in the world going on than playing a video game. And then you could also say, like, there are a lot of shit things going on, but there's this video game that's bringing people together and taking people's minds off things.
if you're not in the place where the shitty thing is going on, though,
No.
what good is feeling bad about it going to do? You can feel
Because it
sympathy
could
for the
happen
people that are
anywhere.
there, yeah, but it's not.
But it could.
So enjoy it while it isn't,
Yeah.
and when it does, I'm agreeing
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your point. Like the people who are, shut up, Jess.
You're such a bad person.
Well, you know, there's like people on Twitter. Like, I'm not a massive fan of Twitter. I like the people I follow because I don't follow dickhead people. But the majority of Twitter is racism, homophobia, sexist, just horrible people. Like, Victoria Beckham kissed her daughter on the lips. Oh, that's gross.
What is your opinion on that?
Like, I wouldn't do it personally, but like, I'm pretty sure I've kissed my mum on the lips before, especially when I was like, especially when I was little.
Yeah.
You know, like, and
Well,
I think you mentioned it on the other podcast. Like, we see kids kiss their parents like on the lips now, and like, okay, it does make me go, oh, I don't think I'd do that, but you know, what? They're not sick, are they?
No.
It's just you know, fuck off, people on the internet.
Yeah. People like to complain about anything. They're like us.
Yeah. You know, I don't care who Drake has got beef with this week or
Oh, you
whatever.
do?
Just fuck Drake and fuck off anyway. Drake's got beef with me this week
Yeah.
and every week.
does
Yeah.
he know it?
No, I'm insignificant in Drake's life. But he's ruined music.
Oh, I
I
like
disagree.
Drake.
I think Drake's just he's done his own thing and it works.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
It is depressing.
Yeah, but so is a lot of music.
I don't listen to music anymore, so it doesn't really bother me.
You
So
just,
I just
really
hate
don't
it.
listen to Drake.
Yeah, I actively
you hate him
switch
so
over.
much that you actually enjoy his music.
No, I hate his
No?
music.
Oh.
I hate Hotline Bling.
You're not gonna get that tattoo on your forehead.
What, Hotline Bling?
No, the Drake tattoo.
What's the Drake tattoo?
The girl had it on her. Remember we saw it last week? She had Drake tattooed on her forehead, like in a sports
Oh, did she?
design.
Can't remember.
I might get you
You've
that
gone
for
off.
your birthday.
We've gone off on a weird Drake tangent now. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, games.
So if Drake
Yay.
was here, you wouldn't catch him in a Pokeball? Or you would, and then you just like...
Kick him in the Pokeballs. Don't know why. That's just violent. I'm not violent. Just like, I don't know why. I just go, can you leave, please? You're
Please,
depressing
Drake,
me.
go and write another cracking tune.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe we could just discuss the whole debate about whether gaming influences violence, or is that boring?
No, that's fine.
We'll see where it takes
We probably
us.
all have the same opinion, I imagine. Shall
Probably.
someone play devil's advocate?
I'll play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Okay. So this is
Not very well.
the website is called procon.org, and it's just general like discussing There's so much conflict on the internet with this. There are so many websites or articles that say yes, it does promote it, and then there's probably the same amount saying no. So I don't know who to trust, as usual. Okay, so they've given some pro and con arguments, and I thought we could discuss them. So number 1, playing violent video games causes more aggression, bullying, and fighting. But then on the other hand, they've said sales of violent video games have significantly increased. Significantly dyslexia. Significantly increased. Game sales. Oh my god!
Violent game sales have increased.
But juvenile crime rates has significantly decreased.
Because they're all in playing the violent games.
Okay.
And they're not out creating the violent crimes.
Okay. Is that the end of that one then?
No, see, like there have been times where I've had a really shitty day, or I've broken up with a girl, and I've just wanted to go and shoot things on a video game.
Yeah.
And
like
yeah,
a regular occurrence.
Yeah, yeah.
Another bitch gone.
Time to mow down some
Time to go kill
fuckers
some
on a video game.
Arabs on-
And there's nothing wrong with that. It just, it helps. It's a stress reliever.
Really? I don't find games that way at all.
I do.
I never play a game thinking I need to unleash some aggression, so I'll go and kill something in a game. But then again, I don't really feel much aggression or emotion at all.
No, like
Just an android.
when you're a bit like down in the dumps and like, oh god, I really loved her and there's no hope in the world. That like 3-day period where you're just like, oh no.
I suppose it's like a distraction.
Yeah, it distracts you. Like I don't want to kill anybody. But the whole process of shooting things on a game is therapeutic, kind of. And it's not necessarily just the shooting things. Like I quite like driving games.
Yeah.
So I'll just do a few laps in Forza or something, and it's just a distraction for me. I'm sure there are people out there who are like,
That's their
need
outlet.
to kill some piggies.
I remember I was with
Piggy.
Should have said that
No,
this week.
actual pigs.
Actual pigs, yeah.
Actual pigs.
Yeah.
I remember being with a customer once, and we ended up talking about like games in general, and she's like, oh, I can't wait to get home and play Fallout, I think it was.
Okay.
It's like, why do you enjoy that game so much? She's like, oh, after a day of being a primary school teacher, you just want to shoot something. And it was a bit like, I don't know how to take that. Like, it's a bit of a weird comment, especially with someone you've never met before.
After a day of being a primary school teacher, you just want to shoot something.
Well, yeah, like after, you just want to like vent your anger somewhere. And I just thought,
Should you report her?
no, I probably should.
No, I can kind of see that, but I don't think after, like, because, obviously I look after children. I don't think they make me want to shoot things.
Well, she was a very bitter woman.
But I can be very bitter about it sometimes, especially like coming towards the end of term. I find when I'm not in work, my swearing levels go up.
Yeah.
Because I've spent all day not swearing, so you need that release to be like, fuck, shit, cunt, bollocks, twat. And then you feel like, oh, good, I'm done now.
Do you find swearing relieves, like, anger?
So,
If you, say you stubbed your toe, the automatic response is like, oh, shit, or, oh, fuck, that really hurt.
yeah.
Do you find, say you didn't swear, I think there was like research done into people who swear when they hurt themselves have less pain.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But why? Swearing's such a weird thing. Like, I swear, but I don't swear in front of my mum that often. Like, it's a weird, I don't know, swearing's such a strange thing.
You could say any word in the same manner as the swear word. If you stub your toe and you're like, fuck! You could say,
ow!
pluck! Or
Yeah.
Fairy!
Yeah.
burgers!
You could, but it's not. It's because swear words are short. They're one syllable, and they sound nice as they come out of your mouth. So, like, if you hurt yourself, say fuck. That sounds. It helps. You know what I mean? It sounds like an angry word. You're angry at yourself for stubbing your toe, and you've just uttered an expletive that's helped you deal with the momentary pain.
Do you think as well, because it's not really, not socially acceptable, but it's like rude to swear? It's like, I don't know, when I swear I usually mean it. You know, people just swear like, oh yeah, I went down the fucking shop and, you know, it's a fucking right laugh. Like, I don't know, it loses its effectiveness, I think.
See, like, I think I'm midway, on a mid ground between you and someone who's like, oh, fucking went down the fucking shop and I fucking did this and all, and this twat I saw, and fuck. I don't like to swear that much. I'm sure sometimes I do. But I tend to swear for comic effect.
Yeah.
Like, my dad doesn't like swearing, so I love to swear in front of my dad. Because he gets embarrassed. Like, he thinks it's funny, but he gets embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
So I'll say, like, I'll go like, oh, that cut. And he'll go, ooh. And you know, I just find it, I like the tension that he's like, don't you dare say that word. I think it's funny.
I do find it strange when, if it's someone I don't know very well or I've just met and they swear.
To put you off them a little bit?
A little bit.
I think you're uncouth. I don't want to spend time with you.
I don't know. It depends on the context of like the situation. Again, if it's a customer, I've had customers before and they're like, oh, this is absolutely shit. Oh, for fuck's sake. And I think, why, there's no need for that.
I wouldn't do that to someone who I was going to ask advice for in a shop.
No.
Because it's not the time or place.
Can I order a fucking pizza, please? It's not necessary, but there are people who do it.
I tried to think what would get delivered.
Yeah.
Big sausage pizza.
No, you need to be like, build up a sort of a friendly relationship before you can use a swear word in a non-aggressive way.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I've been in situations where swearing has helped me diffuse a situation because I've used horrible swear words in a very violent way. And then that's diffused that situation because the person who was
caught off guard?
No, it's gone, oh shit, I'm a bit scared now. And the situation has not gone any further because you fronted up. Yeah. So it helps. Helps I'm big, I suppose, as well. But like,
you're not painting a good picture of yourself in
this
podcast.
No, but if someone's coming up to you swearing and you're like, oh, okay, mate.
Yeah.
That's not like,
please don't do that.
You were the weak one there. So sometimes you need to be that aggressive, like, go fuck yourself. And then they're like, oh, okay. Swearing is helpful, I think.
But
sometimes.
I think the less you swear, the more effective it is when you do swear.
Yeah,
true.
I think if you're not one to do it often and you do, people think, oh shit, Jess must be
raging.
Must just be raging. Jess must be raging. Yeah.
You don't swear that much.
No, not often. No. But I don't mind it. I'll have a fucking joke if I want one. You know, fucking have a laugh.
Just bant, isn't it?
Right, it's fucking
top band.
Fucking list.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a
fucking list. Get the country list on the go, Jess.
There is a broad consensus among medical associations, paediatricians, parents, and researchers that violent video games increase aggressive behaviour. Well, yeah, that's stating the bleeding obvious sometimes. And then the argument against that is studies claiming a causal link between video game violence and real life violence are flawed. Many studies fail to control factors that contribute for like children becoming violent, such as family history, mental health.
Fanny history.
Should I say family
You
history?
said fanny history.
Family history and mental health.
Do fannies come with like an owner's history? Like a blue book?
You should probably know the answer to that.
So 13 past owners. How many miles has it done?
I think that's a very weak argument, really.
Why do they always focus on violent video games? Nobody's worried about kids suddenly taking up pickaxes and getting back in the mines because Minecraft. Like, nobody's concerned about this, are they?
Because
they're not like, oh, my son's been out digging all night. He's displaced all this earth.
Because that's a
But he's built me a wonderful shelf.
it's a productive game though, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're not worried about it affecting kids' behaviour. Like,
No, I know.
so why do they instantly assume that violent ones will?
Well, this is the argument. Who's
Do you know what I mean, though? Like,
Yeah.
nobody's like, oh, because there's a very, very various different games you can play. No one's worried that if I give my son Mickey's Castle of Illusion, he's going to be over Barry Castle jumping on the... trying to fight Misrabel.
No, that's true.
But like, oh, don't give your son Call of Duty because he might go out and get a gun. No, what?
Okay then. Well, this goes back to like an age-old argument where, you know, some books people were like, "Oh, don't read that book, and don't read those comic books, and don't watch those films,
Yeah.
and don't watch those video nasties in the 80s, and ooh, games are bad." It's just anything that's new, old people find scary.
Yeah, it's what people don't. This
Like-
goes for anything. If
Like
you don't
me in skinny
understand it,
jeans. I don't understand it, and I find it quite off-putting.
What do you think's going to happen if you wear them, though?
I couldn't wear. I just could not wear them. I would be walking around like like a Frankenstein's monster. But yeah, it's like
I remember Mum wouldn't let me have Grand Theft Auto, the first one. Remember the old top-down one for the PlayStation 1?
not really, but okay.
I had the demo, and my mum wouldn't let me have it. I was only like 13 at the time, so I can understand why, because it
Yeah.
was an 18 game. But like,
See,
it wouldn't have made me go out.
no,
Oh,
it's odd because Mum.
You
if I'd had a
don't know.
drone, maybe I would have though, because I could have seen myself from top down punching Harry Krishna's.
Like, Mum allowed me to watch some movies that I shouldn't have seen
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
when I was little. Like, I remember watching Conan the Barbarian when I was about 8.
Yeah.
So, and that's like an 18. And there's like, alright, I don't think she knew there was like so much sex in it, because obviously I don't think she would have let me watch it then.
Would
but
you? Did you know what that was at that time?
I knew that, like, oh, if that girl's got her boobies out,
Yeah.
that's making me feel nice, I suppose. I don't really know. But like for me, like, I didn't care about boobs then very much. I cared about him fucking
Right.
people up with swords.
An ass man.
Yeah, yeah, it's
all
more of an
about
ass,
that
man.
ass,
Yeah. But yeah, but I can remember you saying, "I want to play Grand Theft Auto," and you showing Mum the game, and I was like, I remember thinking, just don't let her know what's in there, and she'll buy
Yeah.
you the game,
Thanks
and you'll
for-
be all right.
Why didn't you step in?
I probably did, but you were just like, oh, because you thought it was like the coolest game ever. So you were like, oh, look at this, you can do this, and you can like run over these Harry Krishnas and stuff. And she was probably like, oh no, I don't want him playing that.
There's only one time that I can think that my mum has stopped me or tried to stop me from watching something, and that was 7.
Okay.
Like, me and my cousin, we I don't know why, but we really, really wanted to watch it. And my mum was like, you're not watching that, absolutely not. And then it's like, you have to watch it then. But I remember, like, watching The Bodyguard when I was about 8, and every other word is fuck.
It's,
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
remember watching
literally.
Bodyguard.
I've never seen it.
Like, apparently I used to insist on watching Casualty when I was young. And I do wonder sometimes if maybe, because I used to watch so many, like, weird, you know, not adult films, but, you know, like 18 films
Yeah.
when I was younger. If
Like
that's
Casualty.
Why, yeah, like Casualty. All those broken arms.
Charlie.
Yeah.
He's a badass motherfucker.
If maybe, like, that's why I don't get affected by films
You would desensitize
a little bit.
by all the CPR.
Yeah. No, but like if I watched a lot of horror films or like scary films when I was younger,
Yeah.
maybe something switched off in my brain of fear.
No, totally. I'm totally desensitized to most things.
Yeah.
I think like in the last, well, forever, there's like been about 3 films that have made me go, ugh,
Yeah.
and that's it. But I still watched it. I didn't turn it off.
Yeah.
Minions.
I fucking hate Minions. But no, it was when, you know, have you ever seen Hostel?
Yeah, I love that
You know,
film.
but you know when her eye's out and he chops off the eye stalk?
Yeah.
That bit made me go, ugh.
I
But-
remember.
That's gross.
Yeah, that it's. I
'Cause her
watch
eye is
films,
hanging out.
And I know it's gross. It's, you know,
Yeah.
but it doesn't bother me.
No.
I remember when we watched. Did you come with this? It was, what was it called? the Skype film, and it's all over Skype.
I've seen that. Yeah.
What's it called?
Friend request.
Friend request.
or something.
There's
yeah.
only one part in that like was a bit uncomfortable. It's when he puts his hand in the blender.
Yeah.
And that was about it.
See, I thought that was inventive. I was like, oh, I've never seen that before. That's pretty
Good on
good.
you.
Yeah.
Never seen a hand in a blender.
No, don't think so.
Shall I get the Vitamix?
No thanks. I'm good.
So there's more. Obviously, there's more comments. The obvious one is going to be that many perpetrators, is that how you pronounce it, of mass shootings, like people who committed that, kind of mass shootings, play video games, like violent video games. And then the argument against that isn't very strong. It just says it does not cause kids to commit mass shootings.
Well, I think you got to look at. You've played Call of Duty loads. I've played Call of Duty loads. Have you, Jess?
I've played a fair
Right.
bit.
Have you shot anybody?
No.
Well, no. Nor have I. Nor's Ollie. So I think
Guns
Like-
scare me.
I don't like.
I've shot a shotgun,
Hmm.
and then I fucking took that fool's money. Stole his Lambo. No, I've shot a shotgun at clay pigeon shooting, and it's scary. It's not fun. It's not
No.
like. I think you've got to have that fucking mental disconnect in your head anyway to go out and get a gun and think this is what I'm going to do today.
It's
You've
weird.
got to have it.
It was
Like
it's,
you know when we were in America
Yeah,
and there was that time we went to that Wendy's,
yeah.
right?
by
Like-
the gas station.
By a gas station, and I did not feel comfortable there because it wasn't Disney. Disney and Universal felt safe to me because you can't bring anything in because they got metal detectors and stuff. But I was very aware that when you're in like the streets in America, especially Florida, I think it's an open carry state.
I have no idea.
I'm not 100% sure about that, but I was aware that people could have had guns at any time, and that just made it took the edge of I wasn't having fun when I was there. I was like, I just want to go back.
It didn't bother me though.
Yeah.
Being there. I think the thing is, people in that situation aren't the kind that are going to shoot you because they want to shoot you.
No.
You might get held up to give them your stuff.
Hmm.
In which event you just give them your stuff. Like they don't want to kill you. They just want to take your stuff.
they just want to frighten you.
Yeah, so that they can get your wallet. But it's the fucking mentals. If somebody had wanted to shoot you indiscriminately on that street, they would have.
Oh, totally. But
Like-
I've been held up in Cardiff by a gang of kids when I was like, I don't know, I think I was 16, 17. And I've got the mental thing where you can go fuck yourself. You're not having anything that belongs
Yeah.
to me. So in that situation, maybe if a gun was involved, I might go, okay, fuck, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But I've still got that thing in my head where it's like, no, you're not having it. Who the fuck are you to...
I don't believe in
Yeah.
ownership, man. So you can take whatever you want from me freely.
Maybe just carry really bad stuff with you all the time.
Yeah.
Like I got this bag of dog shit that I
Yeah.
didn't throw in the bin or
Yeah. Yeah.
what other bad stuff could you keep with you?
Like smelly cheese.
I got this can. I got this brie.
Got
this
this
really
brie,
old
man.
brie.
Got this brie.
Sometimes I do wonder, this is probably like tempting fate. What would happen if someone tried to attack me? And I always think, I've got a lighter in my pocket. I could set them on fire. Do you know what I could?
Good.
Keep a spray can with you.
Yeah, it's a pretty big flame.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big flame.
Well, you got to do something. Like I, in that situation, whatever you do to someone, if they're trying to cause you bodily harm, I think
Oh, you fight back.
crack on. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, crack on.
Isn't it? I think some of the best advice I heard for like, if you're concerned about getting raped, is shit yourself
I don't know.
because that'll stop.
No.
If I were doing it and some girl shit herself, I'd be like, you're gross.
But
and
if
run off.
if he carries on, then you know you're really fucked.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Okay, then. So bringing it back to video games,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know about your-
Good segue.
Bringing it back to video games. What age do you? If you had kids now, you guys, not together necessarily,
I'd be very
but
surprised.
what age would you allow your children to play?
A console game or just like...
Well, say Mario. We'll start low and we'll work our way up. A Super Mario game.
Like a racing one? Or
And Mario Kart or just a normal running around the world,
I-
jumping on things kind of game?
maybe like 8?
8?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Is that,
Really?
Is that old?
I would say that's very old.
Really?
The very first video game they play will be when they're 8.
Well, maybe like 7 or 8. It really depends on the game. But something like Mario, to me, that's not a very violent game. It's more about, you know, you've got to work to get to the end.
Yeah.
It's like a.
See, well, I can't think of a more non-violent game than Mario off the top of my head.
What? You're jumping on mushrooms?
Yeah.
You're
Smashing boxes.
Smashing boxes.
But it's
Saving women.
Smashing
Saving
Princess
damsels
Peach.
in distress.
Yeah. So really 8.
Maybe.
And would you? Is that age the first time they would play computer games? So?
Not necessarily, because there are obviously games that are more aimed at younger children.
And you think there's really what ones? Tell me.
Or just like Peppa Pig games and
Oh, okay,
like actual like baby games.
So you think a 6-year-old kid will want to play a Peppa Pig game?
No, that's just a.
Hey, what's with the interrogation?
No, I'm just
You asked an opinion.
No,
I'm just
no,
interested.
it's
So like,
fine.
if you've got like, oh mum, can I play Super Mario? Not till you're 8.
Yeah, wait till your birthday, Jimmy.
Okay.
It's more the.
Jimmy.
It's,
Jimmy Chandler.
Yeah. It's more the I don't like the idea of them just playing on games.
Oh, so you don't like the
Yeah.
idea that they've just got loads of screen time
Yeah,
rather than
yeah.
play with toys or go outside?
Yeah. Go
Okay.
catch some Pokemon on my phone.
Yeah.
For me.
Okay.
And then you'll never see them again.
How about you then?
Probably 5.
5 for Mario. Yeah.
5, but I'd limit the time.
Oh no, like if time's not a you've obviously limited it. I don't think you'd just be like sitting in front of it and just off you go. Like
They
but-
wouldn't have a TV in their room either, and I'd probably play with them rather than just let them be alone.
Yeah.
From 5.
Yeah.
Because we've seen 3-year-olds who are fucking obsessed.
Oh, absolutely.
And their parents don't mind them playing the games when we've checked it, because when we look after
Yeah.
the kids, we're like, we have computer games. If you don't want them playing it, let us know and we'll keep them off it. But the ones, every parent's pretty much just like, yeah, whatever. So I've seen 3-year-olds who they can't function.
Yeah.
Even when you say, come on, then you've had 10 minutes on there, come off, they'll walk across the room and they'll still be looking at the screen. They cannot tear themselves away. I think it's super unhealthy.
Oh, totally. But that's not a violence in video games issue.
No.
No, but that is.
Although they do play Super Smash Brothers Melee, which
They
is
do.
all about hitting each other.
It is about fighting.
But then I think that starts you could say the addiction to gaming, because it's you walk around anywhere and there's a baby in a pram with an iPhone stuck in its
Yeah.
mouth, or any phone, any smartphone stuck in its mouth, and it's literally treated like a dummy, like
It
a
is,
pacifier.
that's true.
Keep them quiet.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Okay, then if we raise the bar a little bit from Mario, how about like a game where you go around beating people up? Like, how about Street Fighter? You're not a Street Fighter, yeah?
Yeah, I know.
Maybe.
I once beat a girl on Street Fighter with my feet. Yep.
You look
She-
very proud.
She was playing with her hands and I was using my feet and I smashed it.
I just button bash. Were you strategically playing it?
Yeah, I was doing Hadoukens and all sorts with
Yeah.
my big toe.
Sounds weird.
So what kind of age are we talking with?
For Street Fighter,
Yeah.
I'm going to sound so mean, but like 14, 15.
I'd go like 8, 9, 10.
So would I, because they're
'Cause
like,
it's
it's
fictional,
cartoon.
yeah,
it's
it's fictional.
cartoony. If it was Mortal Kombat, that's a different...
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of that.
Mortal Kombat's different. I would say late to like 15 to play, 14,
Okay.
15 to play Mortal Kombat.
I would probably let my kids play Street Fighter before I let them play Double Dragon or a game like that, because that's a real violence game where you're walking around the streets with chains and knives.
Yeah, and smashing people up.
Yeah.
Okay, then so about Call of Duty.
15, 16.
17, 18?
And how about Grand Theft Auto, the same?
Yeah, probably the same.
Your kids are going to be so jealous of
I
my kids.
know. But that's it. Obviously, you don't know until you're in that situation. But I don't know. I just think it could go either way.
What would you do if you walked into your son's bedroom and he was 15 years old and he whipped his head round and he was there with Call of Duty on the screen?
I'd probably join. Like, that's
Move
it.
over, Jimmy. I'll show you how to
But that's it.
pwn
Like,
these noobs.
it is slightly hypocritical because I was probably playing like video games when I was 15, 16, and I turned out all right.
Yeah.
Okay, then how about like a horror themed game? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't suppose Resident Evil's pretty not that scary, is it? But-
Evil Within,
Yeah, how about something like
Silent
The Evil
Hill.
Within or Silent Hill?
maybe like 17, 18.
But you
I
But then
remember.
it's, but then it's like they would probably see films that are 18 at like 16.
so have you got less of a problem with them watching a horror movie than
Maybe.
participating in one?
Maybe because it's not, they're not actually like doing it. Obviously in the game you're controlling the character and you're like, oh, I'm going to choose to do that, or that's what I've got to do to get to the next level. Whereas if it's in a film, it's just a story that's played out.
Okay.
I get more
dunno.
freaked out playing, like when we play Evil Within, I get more freaked out playing that because it's like, yeah, you are in control, you're the character, you don't know what's going to come from behind that corner. Whereas if I'm watching the film, I've got no control, it's nothing to do with me, I can just view it.
Okay.
And like, I enjoy GTA because you're fighting people. But when in a game you're fighting something supernatural, because you don't know how they're going to behave, that unnerves me a little bit.
Okay. So would you say horror is worse than violence? Or horror and violence is worse
Yeah,
than just
yeah.
violence? Yeah.
What, for a kid?
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember playing Silent Hill, the demo, when I must have been 16. I had to turn it off. It was terrifying. It was utterly terrifying. I couldn't continue.
I think we might have been here actually, but do you remember playing that Thing game with
Yeah.
me, you, and Matty?
The game of the film, the thing.
Yeah, the Thing,
yeah.
and he just couldn't cope with it, and he had to switch it off, and I was just like,
Really?
what the fuck?
Yeah. That's
He couldn't even watch someone else play it.
It's just
It was it's odd to me because I don't ever
no. The next
feel like that.
The next
But then
point.
again, Matty didn't grow up with games.
That's true,
'Cause
he
in
didn't,
his
no.
house, they weren't allowed a console, so he would play it when he was around her.
That was a motorbike going past, not
Yeah.
any of our flatulence. Well, the next point is violent video games desensitize players to real life violence. And then the argument against that is violent video games allow players to release their stress and anger in the game, leading to less real world aggression. So I do agree that it can desensitize people to something, the same that films do. I don't know if I would say it would mean there's less anger in the world, because we all know that's not true.
I just think some people can't deal with anger properly, and that's always going to be the case. So whether they play violent video games or not, they still won't be able to deal with that anger. It's not going to make them... I suppose it might make them more angry or less... I don't really know. I don't know.
But like, if there was a board game that was like, say, based on Call of Duty, it wouldn't be the same, but because it's imagination, would that be worse? Or because you're actually watching it on a video game, you don't have to think about it?
I reckon it's probably worse if you're imagining it.
Yeah.
Because it's getting your mind focused on that thing rather than just watching something happen.
Well, I know you guys have played Dungeons and Dragons, right? Well,
Soup's cool.
Yeah.
totally. But when it first came out, that was the American parents had a witch hunt against it because they thought it was satanic,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're not. They were worried. Oh, they're gonna cast spells and all stuff like that because they just didn't understand it.
Raise the dead.
Yeah, so I just think it's an understanding issue. But like for instance, I've done some horrible things in video games. I've played lots of video games.
Like what?
Well,
I remember the
I don't
first
know.
time playing Red Dead Redemption, one of the first things I wanted to do was hog tie a prostitute and leave her on a train track.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't
Shame
done
to
that
say
in
that
real
I've
life
done
for
that, yeah.
ages.
It's not quite the same Danbury Docks, is it?
No, the trains aren't that regular. And the prostitutes aren't worth hog tying.
but my point was, Like I've seen lots of gory films.
Yeah.
I've played lots of gory games.
Yeah.
But when I recently cut my finger,
Yeah.
I couldn't cope with it and I fainted. Because I couldn't deal with and it wasn't that bad at all. But
Yeah.
yeah. So it's not like that's the first time that's happened, by the way. But
You'd have been great though with all your casualty knowledge.
That's true.
yeah,
I've been prepped from an early age.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be a
Intubate.
doctor.
Maybe you do.
Yeah.
Maybe you do need to be a doctor.
Can you imagine? I'd be so boring.
so maybe I'm getting more of a pussy as I'm growing older.
I think
Because
that
you-
sometimes, but no.
You're getting more of a pussy as you're growing older.
Yeah. It's just getting bigger. No, sometimes I think I'm becoming a bit more sensitive to things as I get older, or things bother me more. But then, like you said, you'll play like a horror game or you'll watch a horror film, and I fucking love it.
What's your favourite game you've played that is considered maybe not a good game? Like
Probably
in
GTA.
yeah.
Probably GTA. Maybe Evil Within,
Yeah.
just because it is a little bit. It's more sick. It's more horror.
Yeah.
But like I said, like it does freak me out a little bit, and that's why you have to play it and I watch.
You need to play Manhunt. You really need to play
But
Manhunt.
I've seen you play it, so I
Yeah.
feel like I don't need to play it myself.
But it's so nerve wracking.
Yeah.
It's so involving.
It was banned, wasn't it?
Yeah. You can't. Yeah. Did they re-release it? You can get it on the PlayStation Store now
Yeah.
because they got over it. But that game was so incredible, and you've seen it.
Yeah.
The idea was, you've got 3 different levels of how you kill people, and the idea is just to kill as many people as you possibly can before they kill you. But it was so involving because you had to sneak around. If you got caught, your heart was thumping and stuff.
It's like Hitman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
You know they released that on the Wii, don't you? And
Yeah.
you had to like really bludgeon people with your Wiimote.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Now-
not really.
Now
do it.
saying that, I've got a bit of an issue with that because it's taking it from
You physically.
it's taking it from a guy in a room who's just got both hands on his dick, jacking off to murder porn.
Yeah.
No, both hands on a.
Controller.
I only need
Gamepad.
one hand. Yeah, both hands on his
And
gamepad.
and a big toe.
Yeah, and his big toe up his bum. What the fuck am I saying?
So
you
when
actually
when
perform in
you're
the action.
doing it with a Wiimote and you're actually hitting somebody or stabbing someone in the kidneys,
Yeah.
that's a bit far. I think that's too much.
Yeah.
Like virtual reality, I don't imagine I would want my kids putting VR headsets on and then going into Afghanistan, virtual Afghanistan. You know, that'd be a bit too much.
That's going to be the future,
Or
though.
augmented reality. What if you had a screen on your eye, and if your game was that you'd walk around and you'd see people popping out of your real life environment, and then you had a gun? Too far. It's too far. Keep it on a 2D screen
Or a 3D screen.
or a 3D screen, as long
Yeah,
as
that's
it's not like fucking with your mind.
Mm.
But like, would you jump out of a plane because you played Pilot Wings as a kid?
No. There's
How
no
would you feel?
no way. No. I don't feel like in many ways for me video games allow me to experience things I have no interest in doing in real life.
Yeah,
And that's
Like
the way
cooking
it should
mama.
be. Yeah.
like making eggs.
Like fitting random blocks together to form lines. I don't want to do that. In a game, I'm totally down to do that.
I don't know. I just like sitting down and you just in
Just like
another
sitting
world.
down.
I just like,
Just like
I do.
sitting down.
I love sitting down quite a bit. It's just being in another world. You can do whatever. You're not really going to be judged for it, unless the cops are chasing you on the game, which is very annoying.
Do you find it that immersive though? Like, I don't think I get into games. I don't think
Some-
I'd sit there and like spend an hour and I'm like, oh, whoa, where's the time gone?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
It depends what game it is, but like when Skyrim came out, I was like, oh, it's almost like 4 o'clock in
Yeah.
the morning. I need to go to bed because I got
Yeah.
work in 3 hours. Because the world was so immersive that I just wanted to know what was beyond the forest and what was in that cave and what, you know. But it's very few games that make like obsess me like that.
Yeah, I've been up till like early hours of the morning playing a game because it's like It's like, you know, it's going to be there tomorrow. You can be
Yeah.
exactly the same point, but you just have to, that little bit more, that little bit more. But I've lost many hours of my life to The Sims, which I don't know if it's worse or not, because it's like you're living a fake life.
Just go and do the real dishes.
Yeah.
Brush your real teeth.
Yeah, for once. But that's like, do you think then games like Second Life or The Sims, Second Life is probably a little bit worse because that's online, where people that is literally their life. They're not happy with reality, so they live their life
Sad, isn't
online.
Like going back to Skyrim, I remember it came out when I split up with a girlfriend, and I was quite happy to live in Skyrim for two weeks non-stop. And I would have continued doing that until, but like obviously your mind kicks in. It's like, oh, you gotta get over it and grow up, do stuff now. So
Brush
that was
your
fine. But like,
You've got to brush your teeth.
but that's one of the reasons why I never played World of Warcraft, because I kind of know in my mind that is exactly the kind of game I want to play,
Same.
and I couldn't allow myself to become obsessed by it.
You're getting sucked into it.
Yeah, it's just too much. So I've never played World of Warcraft. I've never done it.
Yeah, I know that if I started playing a game similar to The Sims, that I would regret it because I would get sucked into it.
Would you play Sims Virtual Reality?
Oh, that'd be amazing. Oh, that'd be so cool. Just changing the wallpaper, just like, boop, yeah. Boop! Just opening my eyes really fast.
It's done.
Yeah.
So has anything you've done in a video game made you feel uncomfortable? Apart from playing the Wii tennis. My elbow.
Wii tennis elbow.
Not
So they get in
really.
Scotland.
The only time that I've felt awful is when, I don't even like saying that. On GTA, I was taking the dog for a walk. I was taking Chop for a walk, and he fell in the pool.
He
Died.
drowned. Oh
Yeah.
no! Did he actually die?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
just got
man.
really upset when you accidentally hit a deer.
I know. I don't care about if I ran someone over or I killed someone. If I hurt an animal in a video game, I'm disappointed with myself. If there's a reason for it, then okay, that's part of the game. Don't enjoy it.
Like recently, I played The Witcher 3,
Yeah.
and you just run around the world, like fighting monsters and stuff, and that's really good. And you can like kill wolves and stuff, and yeah, I like ridding the country of the wolf problem. Stuff like that. It's like, that's nice. But the thing that makes me feel uncomfortable in Grand Theft Auto is all the sex bits.
Really?
Yeah, like if you go to the strip club, I find it so embarrassing that they have to
Oh yeah.
model really shitty tits.
It is
Hey,
cringe.
They're not that bad.
Like, I would rather the girls be in like bikinis than have really bad polygon tits, because you know people
two
are sat
pixels.
at home jacking off to that.
Really?
They must be, because why else?
Because I am, so
Yeah.
other people must be doing
Like,
it.
it's
Yeah,
just
right
weird.
now.
I just don't get it.
I remember my mum walking in when I was getting a lap dance on GTA. That was awkward. She kind of just walked out, and I was like, "It's his birthday."
Franklin's
But-
birthday.
No, I like going to the strip club in there and like trying to get the prostitute back to the car and then killing her and getting your money back from your lap dance.
The violence never bothers me. It's just the shittiness of the. It's like trying to make a video game sexy doesn't work for me. It's just, I find it embarrassing.
Manhunt. Nailed it.
But mind saying that,
sexiest
in The
game.
Witcher 3, they did, like, you actually build relationships with different people, and they kind of make the sex fun.
Okay.
So there's one scene where you're having sex with one particular girl on top of a fake unicorn, and they like try and inject a little bit of humor into it,
Yeah.
and it's fun. That's funny, but I didn't find anything Grand Theft Auto, the strip clubs, I didn't find that funny. It was just like, oh
Just a
god,
bit
it's just
tacky.
terrible tits.
You're saying you find intimacy sexy,
Yeah,
right, as opposed to just cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap.
I don't like. Well, I don't like.
You want to get to know a girl before you fuck her on a unicorn.
I was gonna say I don't like porn bars in real life. I don't like strip bars in real life.
No, that's
I
fair
find them
enough.
embarrassing. Like just. What's the
Are
point?
there no like video games which are just mainly based around sex?
Leisure Suit Larry.
What?
That was,
Yeah,
yeah.
you just have to try and fuck.
Yeah,
girls.
you were like you were in a last year of university or something. And you just had to go around. So you'd get like your tutor to come over, and if you did well at the maths or whatever, she'd
Oh,
take
really?
her top off. Yeah.
It's weird.
How do you play that? Where do you play it?
Should we watch some let's plays of it
Maybe.
afterwards? Yeah.
Like it's been in games like since the very start. There's like Custer's Revenge or something, where you like the game is like you tie up in a Native American woman on a pole and you got to just try and rape her.
What?
Yeah,
what
for
console
real.
was that?
Like Atari or something. Seriously. Like
Do
this,
you-
it's never been. I don't know. Video games for me just aren't sexy. I just can't find them.
Well, one of the arguments on this website is like the unfair violence towards women, and
Ask Lara Croft about that.
yeah, well, she just
She
kills.
tigers and T-Rexes
Yeah.
as well. So what? A Peter up in arms?
Probably,
Probably.
I think they probably were.
and that's
Yeah,
fine.
probably.
I agree with that. I don't know. I think. Okay, yeah. Sometimes it's unnecessary. Like, why does it have to be a woman that they're going to a strip club to see? But it's like that's the whole.
Are
Part
there
of the
male
game.
strip clubs though? I
Yeah,
imagine
of course
they must.
there are. Of course there are.
What,
In real
like
life.
a club?
In real life, yeah.
Really? I've never heard.
You get like
I know you get the Chippendales and stuff like that, but they tend to be like touring groups, don't they?
yeah. Well, you can hire butlers in the buff.
But that's not a bar that you go to, though.
There's bound to there's
I'm
a-
sure there are. It's just
Yeah.
I'm not aware of any
Sounds
existing.
like a niche we could fill, John.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Fill that niche.
yeah. You could fill that niche. Of course there are.
Do you know? of
No,
one?
I've never been to one
No.
because, like you, I just find them cringe,
Yeah.
and
So
it's
wh-
just usually 60-year-old women in there, just dry,
Just try.
dried up.
Dry women. You just hear the cracking.
Yeah,
Of the...
with their hips opening.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Go on.
Like that argument though. Do they want the female strip clubs out of the game, or would they be happy if you had the option to go to a male strip club?
I don't know. It's just more about like
See,
harmful attitudes and sexually violent actions towards women.
Like, what if you could see low polygon dicks swinging?
Well, they're equal rights, isn't there?
Would you? Would you go to the male strip club if you could be a female GTA character?
Maybe. Yeah, why
Can you
not?
Imagine the dialogue. Because she's all like, "Oh yeah, baby, yeah."
Don't look.
What would the guy be
Bounce
like?
is coming.
No idea.
Look at my cock.
Look at my cock. No, I just don't like. I suppose with like a game like Grand Theft Auto, it's so story driven that you can't really choose unless it's written into the story that one character is female.
Yeah.
You can't just have a female character as a, as an avatar kind of thing. But can you online? You can be
Yeah,
women
you could be
online.
girls
Yeah.
online.
Oh well, that's cool. I've never
Yeah.
played it online, but
So there aren't. I've thought about this before. There aren't that many games that have a female lead. So obviously you've got
No.
like Lara Croft, Zelda. No, I don't know.
no, Zelda is always the princess that you have. She can in some games she's a kick-ass princess,
Yeah.
but yeah, she's the
But
you
but
save
everyone
her.
has heard of her. She's
Yeah,
female, so she's not necessarily a main character.
no.
But like, I can't think of any mainstream games that have women as the lead.
There are there's Mirror's Edge where you play
Oh,
an
yeah.
Asian woman who
Yeah.
is a free runner and stuff. They are there, but they're just in the vast minority. Things are changing, and that's that's cool. Like you can be women in Call of Duty now, right?
Yeah.
With the new game, I think you can.
Yeah, which is cool. Like no one should have a problem with it. It doesn't stop you from being a man if you really want to be.
I
Shouldn't
think
offend you, should it?
when I play games, though, I do prefer to play as male. I don't know why. I don't know if that's because I'm just used to it. Just want
Used
to
to
be
being a man.
Yeah, I'm used to
What's
being a
the
man.
what's the female equivalent of a meaty tuck?
Why
Like
have
if you want to
why
make
have you
it.
been thinking about this all week?
Why haven't I?
No, have you been thinking
No,
of
it's
this?
just because you said
Like a lengthy clip.
yeah.
Oh.
Like, how do you get your vagina
Like
to look
China.
more like a dick?
More like a dick.
Take
'Cause that's
loads
the
of
point of a
roids.
meaty tuck, isn't it? To
To
make
look
your
like a
dick
vagina.
look more like a vagina.
Take loads of steroids.
You just like slap it a bit until it's puffy.
Oh my gosh! No.
Pinch it.
I don't know. You'd have to probably tape it
Have you seen one? Night?
outwards.
Have you seen One Night in China?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she
course I
managed
have.
it, didn't she?
She managed it.
How does she do that?
She took loads of steroids and stuff.
Oh yeah. But a meaty tuck is like a temporary solution.
Yeah. So how would you temporarily?
That's what I mean. You probably have to
solution.
kind of, I don't know, tape it at the side so it pushes out more.
Maybe.
Whereas taking steroids is a pretty permanent solution to having a
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you call it as well? Not a meaty tuck.
meaty cooch.
Oh, that needs to be in a game.
Meaty
Meaty
cooch.
cooch.
Meaty to cooch.
Meaty to cooch.
Yeah. What real life situation would you like to see a game made out of? Is there anything you enjoy doing in real life that you'd like to? For some reason, when John was talking earlier, I was like abattoir simulator.
Abattoir.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
So you can
horrific.
kill all the cattle.
That's horrific.
That's grim.
Yeah.
No.
Do you like burgers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to make them in your fantasy
If I had
world?
to, I would, but I don't want to do
Oh
it. No.
no, because to me that's too real.
Yeah.
Whereas playing a game is, I don't do that in real life. Not that I kill cows in real life.
I always thought, like, everyone says it, but like, how cool would it be to have like a Grand Theft Auto Barry or Cardiff
town,
or
yeah.
that would be cool. Driving around your town.
But if that happened, do you think that, I don't know, it would be, I'm just thinking like it would be hard to distinguish sometimes between, for some people, reality and virtual reality. If you're walking down that street back home and you're thinking, oh, I've driven down this road in GTA and I ran over like these people,
Yeah.
or there was a mission there. It's like sometimes if I've been playing GTA for a while and I'm walking out, it's like that split second you think, oh, like I'm not playing the game anymore.
No, I've done that when I've been playing Skyrim. I've been looking at flowers and stuff,
Yeah.
thinking, oh, do
Yeah.
I need... And it's a real flower. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I remember playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas after a breakup when I was like 18. So obviously I was full of angst, and I played it way too much for like the whole day. And then I went out about 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and I felt weird. I felt odd. I felt
Yeah.
like I was in the game, and I was like,
Yeah.
I had to take a second. It was stupid. Yesterday when I was playing Pokemon, it wasn't yesterday, it was Friday though. What the fuck have I just said? I was playing Pokemon and
Oh god, he's lost it.
I was walking around somewhere I don't usually go, looking at the phone, and I genuinely saw a pine cone out of the corner of my
Yeah.
eye, and for a split second struggled to distinguish reality from.
Yeah.
So I was like, up, and I was like, it was a pine cone.
Yeah.
That worries me.
That hasn't happened to me, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like, not in Pokemon anyway, but yeah.
Or like, it's going to be very easy, I think, to be looking at your phone, checking for Pokemon, look up and still be checking for Pokemon.
Yeah.
So do you think that kind of ties in with the whole argument of like, does violence cause, like violent video games cause violence in real life? Maybe for a split second it could.
Oh, I don't know though.
I know it's a bit different from catching Pokemon,
Or pine cones.
but like maybe for a split second, I don't know, someone's at a shooting range
But
after they've been playing Call of Duty and then just
the thing is though, you're not playing Call of Duty while you're outside.
no,
The
well,
only
you
re-
weren't either.
No, I was playing
yeah,
Pokemon,
but the other
and then
game.
the pine cone. Oh
No,
yeah,
no.
Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, true. I don't know. But the thing is, because your brain is wired the way, so when you're playing Call of Duty, you throw a grenade by flicking your your shut up, by flicking your right thumb or whatever. Yeah,
Probably
that's
like,
how you throw a grenade or
like
whatever.
R2, yeah.
So you don't have that.
I suppose.
Yeah. So if you were in the situation where you were like, right, I need to be violent now because I snapped.
Do you mean like muscle memory and?
Yeah,
Okay.
your mind wouldn't be like, I need to pull this gun out and shoot this person. It would be like, right trigger.
Okay. So
'cause
if you
that's
see
the way
people
you're
doing
wired.
that in real life, you know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're killing you.
Yeah. Joystick,
Yeah.
joystick.
Which is why the Wii worries me.
Hmm.
Because if I've spent 6 hours indoors stabbing someone on Manhunt with a Wiimote,
Yeah.
and then I'm in my kitchen job and someone comes up behind me and I turn around and shank the motherfucker,
You'd be mentally ill, though.
scuppered myself.
Normal people won't do that, no matter how, how much
hopefully.
they've played it.
Mm.
Because we've all watched very violent TV shows and we've never done anything.
No.
So, think of, if you've thought about it, how many people have you seen brutally murdered on TV and films and games? Probably
Fair
a
few.
million. Maybe a million people.
Probably.
Oh, that's excessive. A million?
Do you think, well,
I don't think I've seen that many films to...
Oh yeah.
okay, even if it was like high, like hundreds of thousands of people.
That's even high.
No, come on, you've seen like Return of the King and stuff where
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah,
armies
but-
of thousands of people have been decimated. And
You don't see that up close, do you? You see maybe like 4 or 5 deaths up close. You don't... Anyway, that's beside...
10 people.
That's semantics, isn't it? That's besides the point.
But like, people don't. It's just video games. I can't believe there's still the buzz thing where people are like, "Oh, I'm scared that kids are gonna play violent video games," because they've been around for like,
Yeah, but obviously
40 odd years at this point.
obviously there's new people playing those games. So even though those games have been around for like, so GTA, when did that come out?
What,
Fi-
first?
Yeah, what, 10?
Late 90s?
Yeah,
is
late
it?
90s, 98 maybe.
So even though that game's been out since the 90s, there's still going to be new teenagers playing that game. So parents are going to start freaking out because it's their children playing it.
Yeah, but there's still, well, you could use that argument with films, but people don't tend to now. So violence in films is way worse than it's ever been,
Yeah.
but people don't tend to care about that anymore. I think it's maybe just because there's no new
Concept.
media thing that has come out lately that has the effect, has the,
Yeah.
the cultural effect of like a film, comic books, video nasties, video games. Like I suppose Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I suppose
Like-
it would be social media.
See, I would rather my 15-year-old kid played Call of Duty than could look at whatever they wanted on the internet.
I suppose.
Did you see the guy on Twitter the other day that was trying to join a gaming team? No.
No.
There was a gaming team. They're not very famous. It wasn't like FaZe or Optic or whatever. But
Yeah.
they put out a thing. They were like, "We're recruiting, so send us your tweets of why you deserve to be in it." So he filmed himself having sex with various women, making them say, so, yeah, it's all. I'll show you later on. It's all on Twitter.
Okay.
So he was like, say it, and they were like, let Eddie join your crew, let Eddie, and he's like, who's the best sniper? And he was like, you are.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's
Did
what
he-
that
did he
was.
join?
I don't know. Legitimately, that was what his.
He genuinely thought that was going to get him into this gaming team.
Yeah,
How? What? That's just like...
yeah, clever.
God
People
damn, I
are
wasn't
fucked up.
asked.
But we all know what deprivation does to people. Just look at the Catholic Church. If you don't let your priests have sex with real grown women, they're gonna fuck the kids.
I think that's a very bold statement.
I think it's a very true statement.
That's
So-
not how it's
I
gonna
would counter
work.
that argument by, I would say that a lot of paedophiles
Yeah,
feel guilty about how they feel,
yeah.
join the church because they think God will help them,
What?
and
I
then
suppose.
they realise that they join the church because they're going to be in close proximity to young kids all the time,
Yeah.
and then they fuck them, not because they're like, oh, I can't fuck any women.
Really?
So I'll
You're
fuck a
saying
small
you're
boy.
saying they were paedophiles before priests?
Yeah.
That sounds
That's-
unlikely to me.
I
Why would
don't
they not just
know.
become teachers?
No, because
Why
probably
is there such a high amount
They
of
want-
priests that are doing
Right,
it?
okay.
They want redemption from God. They think that maybe that's the only way that they can.
to be a Catholic priest, you have to be Catholic. Okay, Catholicism's all about guilt, right?
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh, I don't like women and I don't like men. I really find kids sexually attractive, and I'm Catholic. Oh my God, I'm gonna join up and maybe God will help me. But it just brings them into close proximation with kids.
That's
Help me
such.
get in their pants.
That's an interesting theory.
Yeah, that I don't know.
And plus, the church protects them.
Yeah.
Or it did anyway. I'm not sure it does it anymore, but
I don't know. My point was, if you bring kids up with a healthy respect for things like violence and sex and alcohol, they're less likely to have a mental problem with it when they grow up.
absolutely, I agree with
You know,
that.
like in Europe, not this Europe, good Europe, exotic Europe.
Exotic hero.
You know, in France, you'll have a glass of wine with your
Yeah.
dinner from the age of like 5.
Mm.
So it teaches you to respect alcohol, so you don't get the drunken slags that we got in Britain.
And in Holland, they're like freer with their sexuality and stuff,
Yeah.
and they teach their kids to. So
Yeah.
they've got very low teenage pregnancy rate.
Yeah. So
So-
if you give your kids the ability to play not the most violent games, but just have a dabble, you know, have a little look in, I bet they won't be growing up so fucking
So
disjointed.
do you think then if Britain adapted a more European culture to things, such as like drinking a glass of wine with your meal,
Yeah.
that would reduce alcohol
Alcoholism?
abuse?
Probably, yeah.
So do you think that if the legal age to have sex was lowered, that would reduce teen pregnancy? Because it's 16.
No, it shouldn't be lowered.
But why would...
Not lowered. Then again, I don't really necessarily believe in a legal age for if two 14-year-olds wanted to have sex. Who am I to say no? As long as no one's abusing the other.
Yeah.
Who am I, like...
See, what I think is wrong is like
But
if you've got a 15-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl and they're boyfriend and girlfriend, they've been boyfriend
Yeah.
and girlfriend for like years and years and years, and then they get caught having sex, he could potentially be
Statutory rape.
yeah,
Yeah.
and put
Which
on a
is bad.
sex offenders register,
Yeah.
and that's not fair.
But is the whole legal age because you're not deemed to be able to decide for yourself?
Yeah, I don't think it's a legal age issue. I think the legal age is fine, 16.
Yeah.
So if you do it, whatever. But I think if parents potentially spoke to their kids more openly about sex from a young age, you probably would have less teenage pregnancies, less instances of rape, because you'd have a healthy respect for what it actually is. Not, don't talk about your penis.
Okay.
Jimmy, quit talking to me about your penis. I don't want to know.
See, like I remember, like mum and dad being like, "Oh, okay, you can drink in the house,
Yeah.
you know, as long as you don't go like crazy bonkers about it." But just be like,
No crazy bonkers,
crazy
tonight, John.
bonkers, but like they would rather us be somewhere safe
Yeah.
and having a drink rather than wandering the streets and doing it.
Which we still did.
We still did, but most of my friends' parents were the same. Like we went over my friend Neil's house all the time, and his parents were like, "Yeah, that's fine." You know, even buying us booze because they didn't want us to get in trouble for buying it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So like, and they wouldn't. It was cool. You know, it was cool about it, and
Yeah.
then it was never like a massive thing for me. Then it was just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, exactly, because you were given the opportunity to explore as a kid. You're not like, ooh, I'm 18, I can get drunk.
Yeah.
Let's go and get drunk and end up killing hookers. And
But don't you think, like, when you reach, like, age 20, 21, it all wears off anyway?
not
Oh,
for, I
for
don't
me
know.
it
Drinking.
did, yeah. But for
Not
lots
for
of people,
some
it doesn't.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just old before our time, John.
Yeah.
Just grumpy.
Well, I can remember, like, I've always been. I'm slightly allergic to alcohol anyway.
I think I am.
So like when I drink, it hurts. It hurts my face, like my skin goes really tight and stuff. So, but I always drank through it, and just like mainly because of peer pressure, I suppose, or that I didn't. You know, everyone else was doing it, so I just thought, why not? but I never really liked it. And I can remember going on a lad's holiday to Salou, having drunk pretty much 14 days straight.
Oh, that makes me feel ill.
And just thinking, I don't really want to do this ever again. I'm over it. And to be fair, there's been very few. Like, I haven't had a drink for like maybe 15 years now.
What? Just no
Seriously,
alcohol at
no,
all?
none at all.
That's amazing.
Do you know what? Like, I bought some Tesco bitter shandy, right?
I do love a good shandy.
Right.
Yeah.
In cans, I bought a 4-pack of cans the other day, and it was chilling in my fridge. And I drank some last night. I drank 3 cans, and my face started to hurt.
Yeah.
So like I'm so unused to alcohol that like the 0.05%
The lemonade.
in there was just like and I was just like I don't really.
Did you get crazy bonkers?
I went crazy bonkers.
Mum was.
Woo! I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep. I love you, Mum. No, and it just like I could feel it affecting me slightly.
Yeah.
Which is odd,
But I've said this before to Ollie. Like, it hurts when I drink alcohol. Like my arms and my legs physically hurt, and I'll go home, and I'll be in bed trying to get to sleep, and I can't sleep because I just ache so much. And I had 2 Crabbies, 2 alcoholic. I sound drunk now anyway. Alcoholic ginger beers on Monday, and I had a migraine within 2-3 hours. Didn't sleep. And yeah, I think not drinking as well, when you do have a drink, it affects you even quicker.
Oh, totally.
But it's interesting how the majority of my close friends don't drink. But most of my family, they're not big drinkers, but
they like a drink.
yeah, they like a drink.
You know, when they're
like
out
my
and
dad
stuff.
drinks most nights, which makes him sound like an alcoholic.
Yeah, like I can remember because Gabby's similar to me. She gets affected by it too. So when I can remember her ringing me one night, and she was down Porthkerry, like the local park.
Sorry, I fucked up and forgot to plug the charger in.
Okay.
Do you want to plug it in? Jez? It's right behind you, the TV.
Yeah, we don't want to lose.
Don't want to
this.
lose this. Like if you.
As in,
Fairly
physically get in
sharpish,
that gap.
No. Can you stand up? Are you capable?
No, she's had a
Just
crabby.
behind the TV, there's a multi-plug. We're on 7%.
I see.
You got a very
Okay,
short amount
tell
of
your
time.
story, John.
Yeah, so I can
No,
remember.
don't.
I can remember Gabby giving me a ring one Friday night,
We're in. Good.
Yeah.
and she'd been out with her friends, and she was down Porthkerry, and she was like, "Oh, I can't walk home," and I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" She's drunk loads and loads and loads. And what happened? She'd had like 1 or 2 bottles of hooch. Do you remember hooch?
The squash. Yeah.
And it had affected her back.
Yeah.
And she couldn't walk. properly.
Really?
So she came walking up to the car like
Like a zombie.
a zombie, crying.
Oh.
And I was like, she got in the car. I was like, "You fuck!
You wasted.
What are you doing? You know you don't drink. Like I've only had 2." I was like,
Yeah.
"You lied. Why have you done like?" And she had only had 2, and I really got horrible with that. I was
You're
like,
not
"You know
supposed
you're
to
supposed
get crazy
bonkers.
bonkers.
Don't get crazy bonkers in a park
On hooch.
on hooch." Yeah,
Oh, it's interesting.
It's funny.
Maybe we should have
I'm fine though.
yeah.
I can drink.
But
I
you
don't,
don't.
but I can. It doesn't affect me.
I wouldn't like a drink. No, I don't like. Were you going to suggest us getting drunk on the podcast?
No.
Oh, it's okay then. I wouldn't want
I
to
was
do
gonna
it.
say we should have an allergy test.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be more fun.
Because you have a drink now. Like you turned up crazy bonkers last week.
I
with
did,
a big,
off my
biggest
tits.
Big
bottle
bud.
of Budweiser I've ever seen in my life.
Big
but
old bird.
there are some times when I think I would enjoy a drink now. I would enjoy a beer. That's kind of one of the main reasons why I like summer. Not because everyone's happy. It's because it's warm and you can sit outside in a pub, have a chat with whoever, and have a drink. But
You're my best mate. Just
Yeah,
going over to someone.
yeah. Crying because it hurts.
Yeah.
I quite like a drink now and again,
Yeah.
but not enough to get drunk. Just a couple.
I don't like
just
getting drunk.
enough to shamelessly get a kebab.
Oh, you
It's
do
fine.
that so bad.
There's no
Yeah,
shame.
To
but
get an even bigger kebab.
no, but when you walk into the kebab shop and you are sober and you're like, could I please have a kebab? I
Yeah.
feel
Just act
like I
drunk.
shouldn't be there. But when you walk in, you're like, can I have a kebab, please?
Oh,
and they
yeah,
know
lovely.
you're a little squiffy, then it's a lot. It goes down smoother.
I don't know. I don't enjoy being drunk. I don't mind the verge of being tipsy, and I know I'm tipsy when I'm sat on the toilet having a wee and I'm laughing. If I start giggling to myself, I know I'm tipsy.
I've never liked the feeling of being out of control of my actions.
No.
And I used to feel like that when I got drunk. And that's why I've never, like, touched drugs or anything. I've never thought of, like, even weed and stuff. Like, I remember we were out one night and my mate Neil passed me, like, past the Dutchie on the left-hand side.
Fat bowl.
Yeah, fat, smoke a bowl of blunt.
Yeah.
Blunt bowl of blunt.
That's the drugs.
And yeah, so I smoked all these drugs, one puff.
Pokeballs.
And I coughed so hard, my nose bled everywhere. And it was just bleeding all over my white shirt.
Oh,
And then they wouldn't let me in the Dolphin. Because they thought I'd had a fight.
Well, at least
The
you looked
dolphin
tough.
was they had around
Yeah.
like alley. It's your turn in the dolphin.
On the
John.
Dolphin.
She'll squeal
Fuck it
real
in the
hard.
blowhole.
And then smoke it. You're like packing it with weed.
Just someone
Smoking it
tipping
through.
a bottle of water on it to keep it moist.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta
So it
keep
doesn't
it
dry
moist.
out, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I couldn't even get a taxi home then because I had blood all over me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a bad experience.
That was bad, yeah.
If you'd have had Pokemon in the day, though, you'd have been.
I'd be
yes, I
catching
get to
sweet
walk home.
Pidgeys on the way home.
I don't know.
I remember getting the worst I've ever. There's 2 times I've been the worst I've ever been. The one was when I drank 2 small bottles of vodka pretty much within 10 minutes because I was late to the party and I was like, gotta catch up. And then 10 minutes later, I was on the phone to Rami and I was like, you gotta come pick me up. Please come pick me up. And he was on like a first or second date with the girl that he was seeing.
Oh,
And I was like,
cock
you
blocked.
gotta pick me up. And fair play, he did come and pick me up.
Mm.
But I rang him once and he had said yes. And then I rang him like 30 seconds later. I was like, where are you? It's been so long. He's like, I'm on my way. You rang me 30 seconds
Yeah.
ago. I was fucking hammered. And I ended up coming home where you were with everyone in the back room.
Okay.
Except for Matthias, who was in Sweden at the time. I ended up crying because I missed Matthias
Aw.
in front of everyone.
Aw.
And then they put me to bed, and my mum came up and she was like, "Go to bed, it's alright." But she wasn't like pissed off. or
Yeah.
anything. She was concerned more than anything. And then I ended up freestyling in bed
I remember this.
about my mum's mastectomy.
Oh, that's not funny.
No, it was.
But it was hilarious at the time because I was like freestyling in the
Yeah.
bed. And then I think the line I said was something like, "We went to the hospital and we had to sit, but you only had one tit." And my mum was like, "You need to go to sleep now, Ol." So I was that fucking wasted. That was awful. And then the second time I was on holiday with Karen Norris
Right.
and I downed 2 jugs of Green Frog, which was like that particular place's like signature
Cocktail of
drink.
choice.
And I ended up flooding the bathroom because I sat on the edge of the shower and the shower curtain like fell out and then I
Yeah.
just flooded it. So instead of admitting it, I thought it'd be a good idea to soak up as much moisture as I could with the towels that we had and like carry them out. But I was still so hammered, I thought she's not going to notice if I make 7 trips back and forth from the balcony to the bathroom. And she was like, "What have you done?" And I was like, "Nothing." And then I spent all day in the sun just sobering up on the lounger. It was awful.
That's the worst, though, isn't it? Like
It's
a
horrific.
hangover
I don't know why people do
in,
it.
in the sun.
I don't know why people do. Why people know they're going to get in that state and still drink.
But that's it. It's the Nobody enjoys the hangover. But for me, I feel like the hangover starts.
No one
soon as
enjoys the Hangover Part 2 or 3.
No, the 3 I fell asleep in the cinema. That is the only time I've ever done that. But I feel like I get hungover like towards the end of the night when I'm in bed.
Yeah.
But
So have you got a limit on drinks?
I can drink quite a bit.
But how many should you drink if you don't want the hangover?
For me,
Yeah.
well, that big bud I had the other night, I felt okay.
Yeah.
One big bud.
And then I had a Budweiser.
Yeah. Yeah, is that what you call him?
Yeah, Big Bud.
Big Bud, come over.
I'm feeling stressed. I felt okay after that,
Yeah.
but like I said, I had 2 bottles of Krabbies. I had a migraine.
Maybe it's the content of what's in the
It might
because
be.
Krabbies is quite sweet as well, isn't it?
It might
it's
be.
full of like sugar. I know beer is full of sugar
But
as well.
but like we were saying earlier, I think I got a wheat intolerance. You'd think that Budweiser would have caused me more issues because that's hops and barley and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I can drink quite a bit.
Bella Big Bollocks.
I know,
over
right?
here.
We'll do shots next week,
Okay.
and you'll have to drive everyone home.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
You
be-
are home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll carry you to your bedroom.
Ringing you. John, pick me
Yes,
up.
me.
But I've never seen you drunk. I've never seen Ollie drunk.
Have you not?
I don't think so. I think I've seen you after you've had 1 or 2 drinks, but I've never seen you.
I'm a fun drunk.
You are a fun drunk.
Mm,
That's true.
it's a change from the norm.
Yeah, I know. My voice stays the same, but
Yeah.
I'm way more happy to see you.
Sweet.
I was
Maybe
kind
we
of
should
happy
get,
then
maybe We should
angry.
get drunk one evening.
Okay.
We'll do it while we record. I'm happy for a drunk podcast.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to,
No.
but
No,
I'll
no,
just...
no. Yeah,
No.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I
Don't
also
need
wouldn't
face
mind.
your face to peel
Don't need
off.
fisting.
I said I don't want your face
Oh, okay. Yeah.
to like get so tight it pops off. Yeah.
yeah.
What was the saying? I'm getting crazy bollocks.
I'm
What
getting
was it?
crazy
Crazy
bonkers.
bonkers.
I
I'm getting
don't want to
crazy
get crazy
bonkers.
bonkers anywhere.
Prepare for the fisting.
I can always remember like when we used to go out in Cardiff, me and my mates, and just being... It would get to about 11 o'clock and I'd just have enough.
Yeah.
But...
Coming on with shitty fingers.
but like, and that's enough fisting for the one night. But, like, it was like 20 quid for a taxi on your own.
Yeah.
And no one wanted to pay £20. You just got to wait that like
Yeah.
3 or 4 hours for everyone else.
Or just get the train.
Oh, I used to fucking hate it.
Mm.
Oh,
If you had Pokemon, you could have walked.
it's true.
The 15 miles
Oh,
from Cardiff.
man. Yeah, we used to like go to Zeus, which was by the new theatre in Cardiff.
Hmm.
And I used to like Zeus. Then we used to get the bus to Evolution, which is where the gym is now over on the by the
Down
Odeon.
Cardiff Bay, yeah.
Yeah. And that was a fucking shithole. It was
Wasn't
horrible.
it always like under 18s?
Well, no. I hope not.
I remember Beth, cousin Beth going there, and it was most of the time it was like under 18.
Oh, they
Like
did
club.
have under 18
Oh,
nights and stuff,
right.
but we used to go when it wasn't. And
20-year-olds.
Sexual predator.
I remember my friend Jenny getting horribly fingered on the dance floor, not willingly fingered.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
and being
wow.
super upset about it.
I'm
and
not
like,
surprised.
obviously. And then we had a taxi home, and she was like, it was just the worst night I could
Oh,
ever
Jesus
imagine.
Christ.
Oh,
Like, I don't think, like, you know, yeah, it's horrible.
this is a sour note to leave.
Yeah.
Unwillingly fingered. That's the title of this.
Unwillingly
episode.
finger. 2 guys, a girl, and an unwilling finger.
Yeah. I bet the finger was willing.
Yeah, the finger was
Just the
probably
recipient
willing.
wasn't.
Ugh, it's just horrible,
We
man.
shouldn't make jokes about that.
No, that's gross.
Well, we covered quite a few topics.
I just like to say,
two topics.
hello, I'm John.
Hi, I'm Jess.
I'm Ollie.
And we're going to get drunk one episode.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind getting the other as well.
What? The other is in John.
Yeah. Let's get johned one night.
Yeah. Ooh, no. No,
You're not getting crazy bonkers on that weed.
No.
Of course not.
Not online. Online. On the line.
Online.
Of course
On the
not,
line.
But I wouldn't mind.
Well, we'll watch you do it.
Yeah, let's just turn this into our
We'll do a
trial
social
manner
experiment.
of psychedelics,
Yeah.
and you can just watch me.
Just tripping
Let's go on an
balls.
ayahuasca
Yeah.
trip.
I'd love to. Apparently they're quite scary though.
Yeah.
Like you don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck's going on.
And
But
you
get
shit
to meet
yourself
God.
a lot.
You see God though. I shit myself last week nearly after.
Who's worried?
That
When
was
we
the
were
most
driving
awful
home.
drive home.
Yeah. I would have given you a lift home, but I had a similar issue.
That's fine. I would have. I didn't
Yeah.
want. I wanted
No.
either of you. If you with that, Emwell.
Grief.
Anyway, that was episode 7.
What are we going to do for the 10th? On the 10th, we should get drunk.
10th, we'll have a drink.
Okay, I'll book off work for a
Yeah.
week because I will be ill.
Okay, fair enough.
Right, thanks for listening.
And as always, remember, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
What's that, John?
It's Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor.
What happened to the Pokemon one?
I wanted to surprise you with a different one.
You got me.
Yeah. Only the worthy may grasp it.
Oh.